Welcome to this training video on Interpret SELDM, the post-processor for the Stochastic Empirical Loading and Dilution model SELDM. This video and the associated software were prepared by the U.S. Geological Survey in cooperation with the Federal Highway Administration. In this video, we'll learn how to create an annual yield scatter plot from all the analyses in a selected SELDM project. Once a project is selected, the first step is to select the type of output interpretation to do from the combo box. In this case, we will select the annual highway yield graph item. When we click the Interpret Output button, the Interpret SELDM program digs through all the analyses in a project to identify the annual yields to graph. The constituent selection form opens with a list of highway runoff constituents because SELDM calculates annual loads or yields for highway runoff only. To select a constituent to graph, click on that constituent in the list box. Once you have selected a constituent, click the Make the Graph button to proceed. The graphing form opens to the Select Values tab with all available selections. The annual yield and annual load graph options include the highway and BMP values for each analysis. If the BMP does not provide concentration or flow reduction, then the highway and BMP values will be the same. Click on the checkboxes to select the items to graph. Click on a checkbox again to deselect an item. In this example, we will select highway and BMP results. Now we click the Update Graph button to make the graph. If a project includes analyses in both English and metric unit outputs, then Interpret SELDM will let you select which units to use. The English units are pounds per year per acre, and the metric units are kilograms per year per hectare. If you are graphing loads instead of yields, the loads are in units of pounds per year or kilograms per year. Please note, you may want to check the y-axis text when the window opens. The Interpret SELDM program uses another program named dplot to make the graphs. The dplot window opens, makes the graph, and is minimized almost instantly. The Interpret SELDM program copies the graph from dplot and opens the View Graph tab. Left-clicking within the graph will show the coordinates of the click point in the data text boxes in the upper left corner of the tab. Right-clicking on the graph will copy an editable version of the graph to the clipboard. The message box confirms that the graph is ready to be pasted into another application. Click the Select Values tab so we can return to the main menu. Now click the Return to Previous Form button to return to the constituent form. Now click the Return to Main Menu button to close the constituent form and return to the main menu. This concludes our video for graphing long-term annual yields with the Interpret SELDM program.